Hi. Hi. Okay. So I'm here talking to myself. Nobody seems to care these days, though, right? She says with confidence. So, see if I can see the chat. Okay. Just checking things out here. So, hello. Happy Gatekeeper Live. Yeah, there's Kendra. Hi, Kendra. So, we are on our way today. It's going to be a quick one. We're doing a quickie. On the fly, on the road, on the go. Stuff happening. Hi, Peggy. Good to see you. It seems like it's been a long time, but it's only been a week. It's weird. Some weeks are longer than others, I guess. So tonight, I am attending the SAG, the Screen Actors Guild screening of I'm Not Here. So it opens on Friday, and if you've been looking at the page at all, hey, Doug, can you share, please? One of these days, she's thinking on the spot. Danger, danger. One of these days, someone else. Oh, no, that's not going to work. Never mind. Okay, never mind. I'm just thinking of how we can live stream when I'm on the go like this into YouTube. Anyway, so much going on. So, tonight. So, as you can see, if you've been paying attention to our page at all, we are pretty involved in the I'm Not Here movie. So, I'm going to a screening this evening. So, this is going to be pretty quick because I need to jump on the road. Just kind of was on the way and stopped, pulled over. Hi, Paula. Screen Eaters, yay. So I'm on the way to the screening that's at the Screen Actors Guild this evening, and there'll be a Q&A as well. Yay, because your sharing is caring. I'm going to try to broadcast from the screening the Q&A from there, but I'm not sure that I'll be able to. But on Sunday, I am actually moderating the Q&A of a screening that's taking place in Santa Monica. So we are super thrilled about this. So, I've been watching this film take place and kind of get put together from the very beginning. Hi, Bonnie. Good to see you. So I've been watching, how this film came together, and it got us kind of thinking, hey, Liz, from Arlington. Nice. We know that about you, Doug. That's perfectly clear. You are a sharing kind of guy. So we started thinking about, what made this film happen. This is a really independent movie, and I'm not going to go into, and we can do this at another time, but this is a quick one. That was loud. Awesome. So I don't know how bad the background noise is. Is it really bad? I'm kind of curious. That's why I've got the microphone. I should have used a different mic. Oh, well. Anyway, I even have one with me. So we'll go through kind of the steps of actually, how did they get this movie made? Okay, good. But kind of philosophically, what made this movie happen. One of the greatest things, good. One of the greatest things about, good for those of you on YouTube, good. The sound's not that bad, good. One of the greatest things about doing anything, doing a movie or creating Hollywood Gatekeepers or whatever it might be, anything that you've done, right, is that being able to kind of look back and go, look what we did. We used to sit on the steps of the haunted house after thousands of people had gone through it going, look what we did. It's the coolest feeling when you do something. I'm super proud of everyone in Hollywood Gatekeepers and Screen Readers, of course. Just the work that I'm seeing and the transformations that we've started to see, it's just been kind of amazing. And so there's that. To me, that's one of the greatest things to kind of fuel you forward. But we thought we'd go through kind of 3 quick things to think about. There's no handout. It's more about, this is not about tactics, it's more about mindset. And so we wanted to kind of just casually just kind of talk about the kind of 3 things that I've seen and that Doug has seen in common with people that actually get their movie made or that do the things that they want to do. And so the other thing that we did this week is that we sent out an email, just, kind of a random email. Because we were thinking about this a lot lately, about what makes some people get things done, what makes some people dive in, what makes other people, how can we motivate people to dive in? We're constantly, that's a big topic between Doug and I, is how can we inspire people to just go for it, and we're seeing how hard that is and how easily people beat themselves up and how easily people put roadblocks in front of themselves. And so how can we help eliminate some of that? That's been a big topic for us. And so we've been thinking about that. So we sent out this, I didn't do my joke because I don't have a hand. 3, my Lord. Thanks, Doug. Thanks for the reminder that we have 3, my Lord, ways that we're going to talk, because that joke never gets old. So we also sent out an email because we realized, well, let's see how people are doing. Let's kind of just say, hey, how's it going? So we sent out, and if you're on the email list, you probably got it, an email just saying, hey, what's up? How's it going? And we got bombarded with responses, which was really surprising to me, actually, but so great, super inspiring, of people like, just all different kinds of things, but people being thankful that they got the message, or telling us how they're doing, or like, it was really cool. And just, we don't tap in on each other enough, I think, to ask, hey, how's it going? What's going on? It was like, we're not going to put any links. There's no go here, do this. We did put the link to the Facebook group in case people wanted to join it, but it wasn't like, hey, join the group. It was just like, we always put it in there just so people have it handy. But usually we're trying to, we have handouts. And we're trying to, kind of, hey, look here, do this. And this time we just thought, you know what? No, let's just kind of say, hey, how's it going? And it was really, really amazing. And that prompted us even further to say, okay, this is definitely something that we want to make sure that we focus on, in part because, and we talk about this a lot, that being a reader, being an entertainer, being an actor. Hi, Jackie. Awesome. Yay. We do these every Wednesday, 5:00. Yippee. So we really want, we want to inspire people, and we want to kind of figure out how to really get it into people's heads that being an artist of any kind is being an entrepreneur. That's an entrepreneurial lifestyle. You're always looking for the next thing. So it's just a natural fit. And I don't think people really, I didn't even realize it until I was actually being interviewed by someone, and they put that together. And I was like, they said, well, you've been an entrepreneur since you were a child. And I was like, oh, I never really thought about that doing show to show to show and performing and that kind of thing was being an entrepreneur. So that's why one of the other reasons that kind of sparked us today to talk about, and then being so involved in this film, and it's been so exciting, and I'm so proud of these filmmakers, and, and Michelle Schumacher, who is the writer, director, producer, editor of this film, that I'm seeing tonight and that I'm doing the Q&A of on Sunday. She's a film director, right? This is her. She's done one feature before this. This is her first kind of major, serious feature. Amazing cast with J.K. Simmons and Sebastian Stan and Mandy Moore and the kid from In Armitage, the kid from Young Sheldon. I mean, this cast is insane. And, I gotta hand it to her. She just figured it out. And we'll go through the steps of how she did that at another Facebook Live. But not only has she done that, she's also a third degree, at least second degree black belt. She's also been a dancer on Broadway. Usually people are one of those things, right? And she just sets her sights on something, and she's a mom and has raised two beautiful, well-adjusted, smart, lovely children that are growing into nice humans, which is her biggest accomplishment. So, we wanted to kind of talk about, she is amazing. She's scrappy, and she's only 5 feet tall. She's teeny. So it's just, what is that thing? What is that thing? So we started studying it pretty seriously because we want this to grow a lot. We want to provide as many opportunities for you as we can. We want to move into producing things and that kind of stuff. So the kind of the 3 things that we see a lot is the first one that we sort of is kind of the main one, really. Well, no, they're all important, but it's to set an intention. You want to set an intention. What is it that you want to do? Is it that you want to be an actor? That you want to be a writer? Do you want to make your own movies? What is your intention? Be specific and know what it is. Even if you have no clue how you might make it happen, what is that intention? And I mean, the first day I met Michelle years and years ago, she said, I'm going to dance on Broadway. That was one of the first conversations she told me that. And she went and did that. It's like, she's very single-minded. And so, and that's a pretty common thing that we're seeing. Wait, sneeze. Sorry, thought I was going to sneeze. It's just been, you have to be single-minded and set an intention, know what it is, even if you have no idea how you might get there. Be very intentional about it. And think about what those roadblocks are then, because they'll come up, and that's a whole nother topic that we can talk about. But what is that intention? What is it that you really want to do? And don't worry about what other people say. We're going to get to that. Don't worry about whatever, it's not a real job. That's how they sound. Not a real job. People that say that, and that kind of is how they sound often. Literally, I've seen people kind of puff up and be like, so they get this words of authority. Well, you can't expect to be making movies. You got to get a real job. You got to make. It's like, well, who are you right now? Where did my friend go? I've seen that many, many times, and I was actually with a group of people that I didn't know very well. I knew one person, you know how it is, and then I didn't know the other people. And then this woman was talking about her son who has served in the military and now is trying to figure out what to do. And he wanted to do, pretty much, right? He wanted to do gaming. And I guess he wanted to, invent games. And I guess he's really talented. But she was like, I don't know. Here he'd already gone and had served and like had come back and had done his, is done with his tour and everything. And now he's trying to figure out what he wants to do next. He was trained and he did some computer stuff, in the military. And now he was really interested in that. And this guy, they weren't even related. Like, I didn't even know who he was. He just laid in on that whole thing, like, oh, well, you can't do it. And he actually did that voice and he kind of leaned in, I was just like, and then he got all done. And I was like, yeah, couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree less. And everybody kind of triggers on even know. I was like, yeah, if he's got, yeah, he can get into a job he hates and be miserable the rest of his life. But he's, in his 20s. Why can't he pursue this? What's the problem there? It is a real job. The gaming industry makes millions. If he's super talented and he works hard, it's like anything, Hi, Michelle. Good to see you. So, set your intention. Don't worry about the wah people and stay in this group and let's figure it out. So the second thing, and this kind of goes hand in hand with that, is find people that have paved the way. Find a mentor. Find someone who knows how to do that thing. That's the beautiful thing right now, right? Hey, Sheree. Yeah. And rugged, like looking real rugged, like I don't know what, big smoke, real unhappy kind of cloud, Linus Cloud or the Linus. No, not Linus. No, I guess that's Big Ten. That's not who I mean at all. More like Eeyore, cloud over his head, like, and it's like, and who are you to be giving it advice to this kid when you just seem so unhappy, like. What? So, yeah, it is not that anyone, not that I'm someone that should give advice to anybody either. Like, we all have our path, whatever. But it's like we want to, in my opinion, give each other the best chance we can give. That's the best thing we can give to each other is a flippin' chance, just some encouragement. How about throw me a bone, as Mike Myers would say. So fine, and there's people that do it, right? And I love the saying that's those people that say you can't do it, you need to step aside and get out of the way of the people that are doing it. And there's so much truth in that. And I can't even tell you how many times people have said to me, and they still say it, even about Hollywood Gatekeepers, like, family members, when your closest people are like, yeah, not from the wonk people. I love that. That's our new cup. Stay away from the wonk people. I see wonk people. Right? Stay away from the wonk people. And find the people that are doing things because they're out there. And now with things online, they're pretty easy to find. And Doug and I are in a couple of masterminds with some pretty amazing people and watching them do amazing things. And and I can't tell you how many of them go, well, this is what I want to do. You know how to do that? We're seeing it all the time. Like, yeah, what this is what I really want, I want to make 7 figures in this business. No idea I'm going to get there, but, and soon enough, it's just like embracing the learning curve, embracing the journey of it all, and just not taking it all too seriously. I want a wonk mug. I think that has to be a thing. I think it does. I see wonk people. That's going to make me laugh all night. So it's going to be when I do the Q&A, and I'm going to talk to them tonight about some of the questions we're going to set up. But I want to do okay, let's stop talking about the movie for a minute and talk about the bigger why of not even why did you do this film, but what is it do you think that fuels you? What is it? And it's interesting too, as Doug and I, doing these masterminds with people, and I'm in a different one that's, people that are just making, I have a mentor that makes hundreds of millions of dollars, and he's just super normal and nice, and it's what is that difference? What is that? And one of the things, and this is going to be, it was shocking to me that we're seeing across the board really, is that people that people that go for the things that they want, one of the main things that they do is, it is the world is moving to a culture of self-directed people, Shri. Absolutely, the move is, I love that. And the world is ready for a culture of self-directed people. I think education system, I can do a whole thing on that, is going to be changing because information is too readily available. So people aren't going to want to sit through an algebra class if they don't have to. There's going to be, it's definitely changing. But one of the things that we see that has been sort of surprising to me is that the people that are doing the things that they want to do, and it's pretty universal. Not everybody. There's always the one or whatever, but they take really good care of themselves, which is a really sort of a thing you wouldn't really correlate. And they talk a lot about it. Like they make sure they sleep, they make sure they eat right, they exercise every day, they meditate, they stretch, then they're so much more productive because of it. And that was a really surprising thing to me, because they're not being hindered by not feeling well, and they don't want to be hindered by, different aches and pains or whatever. And so they're constant. That's a big priority. And I hadn't really put that together. And so it's a really interesting thing. And it's one of those things of like, oh, come on, I don't want to go to the gym. Oh. But it's a funny one, right? And so, but find those people. And of course there are exceptions to every rule. People that, don't take care of themselves at all. But, a lot of people are workaholics but they can't sustain. But the people that seem sort of well adjusted, love what they're doing, kind of, there's challenges always in everything, but they're pretty centered and happy for the most part, as opposed, they're just, the things that upset them are things in life that upset you. They're not just that guy, the wonk wonk guy. They're not that. And that guy was super unhealthy. He looked terrible. So, and actually that night he drank a lot. Like, poor guy, I don't even know who he was, just a friend of a friend kind of thing. But it was like, he was clearly super unhappy. And so it's a really interesting thing. So, I didn't either. I actually it's funny because I love math. Like I love figuring out how much what goes into it, like the puzzle of it all. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of algebra and a little dyslexic with numbers. So anyway, but that was kind of the second thing. So that's true. You don't have to go to the gym. You can find any routine you want online. So those of you, Adrian with Yoga with Adrian, I know that screen readers I've subjected you to that. She's amazing. Definitely should be doing that. But there are so many resources out there, absolutely. And I also have she's actually in this group. There's a woman that actually she's running a promotion like that right now. Maybe I'll clue you guys in. She's amazing, also a trainer online. So there are ways around going to the gym. I just mean actually doing the exercising regardless. So, there's ways that you can do whatever it is that you want to do in order to stay healthy, but it's important. So then the third thing my hair is again. So then, take 3. Okay, the third thing, my lord, is I didn't realize that till this is so classic. I was working as an assistant at Columbia Pictures, and I kept agents and stuff would call, and I get their numbers wrong all the time, like every day. And finally, one of the directors was like, "I think you have a problem," and I would flip them. That's when I realized, oh, that's what it is. That's why I can't struggle in algebra. So. The last thing, and this is where gatekeepers come in, is you want to build a tribe. You need people around you that don't roll their eyes at you. You need people around you that go, and this is why I have just the stellar partner and his wife as well. Like, just such great supporters that don't go, well, that's not possible. Well, why would... I actually had someone say to me the other night, why would you want to do that? Why don't you just get a regular old 9-to-5 that, whatever, that you hate? And I'm like, I don't want to do that. You can eat brownies. There's no harm in eating brownies. You can eat brownies, just as long as that's not all you eat. You got to enjoy a brownie every once in a while. Life is short. So, but finding that thing and that email really made me realize how much we need that, and how so many people replied with, you have no idea how much I needed to hear that today. And that was like, oh, my son's a big fan of The Bachelor. Okay, total squirrel moment here. My son's a big fan of The Bachelor. He and his girlfriend watched The Bachelor. So they were visiting, and the little girl, which I think the whole thing is horrifying and ridiculous, to be honest. But whatever, they're doing it anyway, so we're, being voyeurs. And it's really fun. Actually, the best part is watching my son and his girlfriend watch The Bachelor and the things that they say. It's so 19-year-olds. So, but the little girl, every time she gets upset, Her bottom lip would literally stick out. It was the cutest thing ever. Okay, anyway. But that's the kind of thing as an actor that you look for too. Like, what are those things that people do? Like, she didn't even realize she was doing it. So great. Okay, all right. Focus. So, those are basically... Okay, my theory... Okay, never mind. I'm not going to go into my theory. I have a whole theory. I always have a theory on everything. But I'm always like... I watch it mostly from a mom's perspective, honestly. But so those are kind of the three main components that we feel, is that set that intention, know what it is that you're going after. Then you can break it down and figure out how to get there. But don't worry about that at first. And don't be afraid to set a big intention, a big goal, a big dream. Don't just figure it out. And then to, what's the second one? Find the mentor, find the person that's doing it with you, ahead of you. There's so many great resources out there. There's so many great books. There's so many great courses. There's so many things you can do. And then also build your tribe. Have your Hollywood gatekeepers, help each other. Let's support each other. Let's be cheerleaders for each other. If you have ideas, no one's going to steal your idea. Don't worry about that. Just throw it out there. Let people run with it. Even if you did put some idea out there and someone ran with it, it's not going to end up the same as what you would do anyway. Yay! Love it. South by South. So I'll be volunteering next week. I'm starting to learn to read these because when they broadcast into YouTube, they can't see it. So Jean's going to be volunteering at South by Southwest. Awesome. So hang on. You should do one for people your age someday. Absolutely. No matter what your age is. So yes, and actually I'm in, and so Jean's also saying I need a bigger tribe. Already met new people today. Absolutely, it's kind of amazing how easy it is. So intention, mentor, tribe. Shree says exactly. Love that. I love it too. Like it's fairly simple, right? And I'm such a sound, but that is it's. And that's the thing is a lot of it is very simple, and it's those little things that you do every day that lead you to it in a major way. It's like those little choices you make every day that add up. And so, yeah, definitely reach out. We've got over 7,000 people in this group. You think you might be able to find, here goes another one. I don't know. Well, it's super loud to me. It's people dragging their chair. Pick the chair up. Okay. Total monologuing. So those are kind of the three things. And we're going to talk a little bit more about this, about self-starter and, how do you get things done and how do you and we'll go through kind of the steps of this film too, and kind of, it'll be part of the Q&A. And I want to talk to them a little bit about the entrepreneurial thing and if they see themselves as entrepreneurs, because they absolutely are. So I want to kind of talk to them a little bit about that and get their response on that. So that's it for this week. Wah, wah, wah. So I'm off to the screening for you screen readers. Already the schedule's been changing. They keep changing things. So it was earlier and now it's later. And so I'm not sure what they'll allow me to screen and that. So spread it around. If I can go live, I will. But I'm not sure. So, and then anything, Gatekeepers, anything that we go live with, we will, I know no one picks up their chair, right? We'll post it in here as well. So, and then next week, actually, we have someone that you guys are going to love that has agreed to be a guest. So I'm trying to get nailed down a date with her, hoping for next week, but I'm not sure. You'll love her. She's so good. So good. Ugh, super excited. And then on Sunday, we will be doing a live Q&A at Theater in Santa Monica, interviewing J.K. Simmons and Michelle Schumacher, and I believe the director of photography as well. So have a good week. Keep dreaming big, big dreams. We are here to say yes. No, we don't roll our eyes. We're here to say yeah, yes. Yes, oh yes, it's all possible. Fine, someone's doing it. Whatever it is that you want to do, someone's doing it right now. You'll be next. All right, you guys, good to see you. Good to see you, and we will see you on the flip side. Talk to you soon. Bye.